August 7th. And yesterday was apparently a bit of a day. We had goats getting out all over the place. Now granted, some of our fence is not as awesome as what we would like to think it is. We bought some goats from a producer that was having a hard time with their goats, and they seem to encourage everybody else to jump over fences. So, and not just jump over fence, what they do is they stand up on this and they smush it down to the ground, and then everybody else jumps over. So these girls that are in here don't do that, but the boys need to come over, especially at this one weak point here. So we're gonna fix this. I'm not sure why we did not do that initially. There, see how much taller the fence is now? The ground is so wet that these posts are starting to lose their integrity in the ground. Maybe even before I put this up, maybe I should give it a whack into the ground and see if I can at least, hopefully it don't disappear into the ground. Okay. So these older posts that were in here when we put this fence in, the posts were starting to get wiggly and they needed more clips added onto them. So now that should be good. Don't be standing on this fence, boys. You're better than that. So it's not the best fence, but it should keep them in. I'll walk along here just to double check these. Okay. Well, we'll see. If it's tight on the top, it shouldn't be a big deal. That's about the only place where it's not, because we didn't put as many fence posts. Boy, you shouldn't be able to hurdle that. They would just, the girls would stay away, because these girls are not in heat. Shoot, there's not even clips on this post. Can you bring the side-by-side up here, Avril? We'll redo this one. What surprises me is they haven't tried getting over that one, which it really isn't much of a fence, but there is barbed wire on top, and I think that discourages them. Might be a thing where we've got to go through our fence system and add some barbed wire on top. Nice having an assistant today, Avril. Thank you. All right, so we toured the girls with the summer babies. And today we got more chickens from my Aunt Patty. I don't know if we needed more chickens, but we got them. That one is having a hard time settling in. You're okay, chicken. There's an open gate right there. Yep, Water's good. And these guys have been out grazing most of the day. And it looks like they're kind of content out there, doesn't it, Elena? I think they just like the sound of their little hooves on that.
They're like curly too.
Just have to really watch when you've got containers like this in with them because they can flip them over on themselves and then can't get them back off of them. Unfortunately, we have lost a baby or two that way. So we'll be back to get those out. They shouldn't be able to knock that one over onto themselves. We'll see. You girls want to come home? Okay. Let's go home. We put some nice fresh bales in for you. Hi, Big Red. Love you, girl. See? You guys get to go out and eat when you're behaving yourselves. Hi, Tiny Tina. Love you. Love you too, Butters. So the goats really love the weeds. And we love that they clean up the weeds. Weeds are very high in protein. So sometimes when they eat too much, then it throws their system out of whack. So then they need to get on some good grass that doesn't have a lot of alfalfa. We had to wait for this pasture to kind of come back. They had grazed it down quite a bit, so they didn't want to stay in there. Stupid dogs. And so now we're bringing them home into their lot, and we put two really nice hay bales in with them for these girls that are kind of scouring. So when they eat, again, activates their rumen, does a really good things for their rumens. These girls have been kind of a pain. So everybody was in heat. Everybody's got to be dewormed, which we'll do this next week after achievement days and in the nice cooler weather. So yeah, they're doing a little bit better. And we got their babies successfully weaned off of them, and everybody's doing good, but you know, the weather was really hot. And when it's hot, the goats don't like to eat. And so now that it's cooler out, now they think they're starving to death. But yeah, this was a good day. We needed a good day. It had not been a lot of good days. Come on, special treat waiting for you guys. Special treat. You guys got yummy bales. Now don't try and hurt yourselves on those bale feeders. So we put in our bale feeders that we usually use to feed the weanlings. Now since we have pasture for the weanlings, we really weren't using them. And they're supposed to be really minimal waste kind of feeders. Now every time you put a new type of hay feeder in with a group of goats that have never used these, you really want to watch them because, well, they're goats and sometimes they find ways to try and hurt themselves. We come around the corner and look who's waiting for us. They know it's their time to come in. Wow. Hi, girls. Hi, Nancy.
You know what we'll do is we'll go around and we'll take Ron side by side.
Okay.
So he can come back.
Sounds good. You know, I see maybe 10, 15 in here that might not be bred. That will be spring kidders then.
Meatballs didn't get out today.
Nope, he did not. That's because we fixed it.
I guess if they wanted to stay here and eat a little bit, it wouldn't matter.
We'll probably have to stay here. But a lot of like these girls right here, well, she was a spring kidder anyway.
And
See?
so was she.
Yep.
Some of the spring kidders are in here.
I'm not sure if she's bred or not. She might be a little bit later. Don't go back out there. Look at these girls. We want to go back in. What are you guys doing? We want to go in. We bred these does to be good milkers. Well, then let's use that capacity in them.
That was really an amazing thing. Then the kids got to learning how to graze.
Yep.
Put a lot of alfalfa in here, which is good for the kids.
I think she's pregos.
No, my little Matilda, love her.
I think Matilda's bred. Oh boy. It's hard to tell. I think Olive's definitely bred. Look at how much she's bloomed.
I'm tired of it.
Well, it's such good pasture out there, and they really love it. But yeah, we definitely need to resurrect that fence. And I don't know, do we do it in the fall and hope it doesn't get smashed down with the snow? Well, with all the rain we got this year, it pushed the posts into the ground, and I've never really seen it do that. So it is that had these. Like to throw Lyman on her.
That'd be pretty.
Yep.
We're gonna, you know what? Maybe we can peel all the red dough off again and do that.
Yep. I do like to put him on the red does. You're so pretty. You're so pretty. Who's so pretty?
She shines like a silver box.
She does. Like a copper panty. Oh man. I am glad we continue to put out lick tubs because we usually don't. I know. You girls look beautiful. And you couple of boys that are in there as well. Don't touch my tail. Ooh, they're really digging into that. Hay, that's nice hay. Oh, there's my favorite. I love her. One that knocked Alyssa over when we were working them. With that
Secretariat.
With that roning that she has over the back. She is so long. I bet she's a Lyman baby.
This is one of Jessica's.
Oh, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we pushing? Are you okay? You're not constipated, are you? You okay? You good? Okay. Just stretching a little bit, huh? Yeah, we're good? Okay. Did we get it cleared up? We did! Yay! She's like, oh. I tell you what, guys, this was a lot.
I think she overate.
I think she did too. You're kind of tight as a drum. You need to go lick on the lick tub.
You know what we ought to do with her now is put her back out with them.
Yeah, we should.
She doesn't need a grain.
Does she belly up to the grain? Okay, yeah, she doesn't need to be grained. Especially if she's pregnant. That's gonna be a massive kid. So we were hoping to take our third cutting before it bloomed. And it's not all the way bloomed, but there's blooms on it. We were waiting for the rain, and this doesn't cure as well when it's supposed to be 70 degrees the next 2 days, and then we're supposed to have rain this weekend. But we just decided it was time to get it taken down. And we'll see what fall brings. There could be a possibility of a fourth cutting on this. Never know. It is August 8th, and it is about 11 o'clock in the morning, and it is only 60 degrees out. Yeah, it is chilly. Chilly. Mom's walking the goats out. We may go join that just to warm up. Boy, I tell you what, guys, it's a little weird. is a little weird, it being 60 degrees in August. Thing is that we've got a north wind blowing, and it is starting to warm up. And that north wind means that we can turn out these goats and have them go out there, and they should stay there. They did really well yesterday. Very proud of them. Oh. So we'll see if that happens again today. Okay. As you can see, the goats are nicely taking down the weeds that were in here. We've gotten a little overgrown, and we like to have them do that. Take the weeds down, trample them down, eat them, don't care, just take them down before winter, so it doesn't catch the snow. And yes, we're thinking of winter in August. You have to really prepare and think ahead. So I think today, since those bales worked so good in the hay feeders we had, I think we're going to do the same for these girls here. Is we're going to put some hay in feeders in the yard. So we took the fall kidders out, we took the spring kidders out, and now we're taking the kids out. So it is kind of nice having goats that follow you, that you can shepherd. And without even knowing it, this is kind of how we get them started on that. Is one person is in the lead to show them where to go, and another person behind them, and pretty soon all you have to do is open a gate and say, "Come on," and they follow. So it's nice. It's nice when your goats do this, because then if they ever get out somewhere where they're not supposed to be, all you have to do is say, "Come on," and they come running to you. And I guess it kind of helps with the bottle kids that like to follow a person around. Yeah, really. It's good for them to get out and graze and run. We always liken goat raising when they're at this stage to having fish. The bigger your aquarium, the bigger your fish are gonna be. Now that sounds a little crazy, but it seems like you put them in a bigger area and they just have that capacity to grow bigger. So maybe we're off in that thinking, but I'd like to think that there's something to that. Some of the bottle kids missed the boat. They were laying inside, taking a mid-morning siesta. I tell you what, with this cooler weather, the goats have been a little bit lazy. You feel like you got to be out here right away in the morning, and they will lay around until about 11 o'clock. I call it their coffee time. They like to lay in the yards and chew their cuds. And then when we get out here, then they get up, they stretch. Oh, they think, oh, maybe we should go out and graze. Then they spend the rest of the day out grazing. Okay, so we were out of corn up there to feed the weanlings. So here, filling the buckets, taking them back down. So kind of a monotonous job, but like most things, just got to be done. So we might be to the point where we might be cutting back on the grain and maybe starting to put alfalfa out with them. We'll see. They're still grazing out on fields that have alfalfa, so we don't like to double up on the alfalfa because then we don't really know how much they're exactly getting of it. Too much alfalfa, too much of any particular feed causes scouring. You really got to watch their gut health. So this is the hay that we put up this year. We decided with all of the foraging that they're doing, they need just a little bit more something to keep their rumens healthier. So we decided to put some of these bales in. Thank you. And we hate to waste this. It was really nice hay. So I'm just picking up some of this stuff that fell off. Put it aside and getting full of hay at the same time. Perfect. Oh. Okay. Whew. Great. Hay bales out for these girls.